My name is Agent Jones.
And my name is Agent Zero. Today we'll be walking you through some of the basics of being a spy, through demonstrations and stories.
These stories will be how-to segments on different spy techniques you'll need to learn to be an effective spy.
Our segments are going to be gadgets and gear, self-defense for spies, disguises 101, and killer techniques. Agent Zero will get us started with gadgets and gear.
Many spies these days, we thought it would be helpful to examine a short list of modern-day spy gadgets and gear. After all, who knows when you need these? When it's so easy to bug someone, it's hard not to be paranoid you're going to be bugged yourself. I personally carry around an audio jammer. An audio jammer can knock out any wired or wireless microphone within an area of 150 square feet. And for the more paranoid spies out there, you can take it one step further by getting a portable sweep unit. This gadget can detect bugs, cameras hidden in the room, as well as GPS trackers and even wired telephone tapping. For the night owls, if you're looking for some night vision gear for your mission, you can choose between binoculars and binoculars. Binoculars and binoculars are perfect to scoop out the area before you go in. You do not want the mission to turn into a disaster when you did not prepare beforehand. These are also great to find and kill the person you're after without any trouble. All self-respecting spies need a safe way to transfer all the data to their personal computer after a hard day of spying. These hollow spy coins can be used to carry a micro SD card to record data quickly. These coins have been used since the Cold War by the spies to transport secret messages or soothe. Another gadget that was added to the list is tiny cameras. Tiny cameras that record on the slide can be hidden in sorts of objects. Ultimately, if you use these gadgets, then you will be fine and do not be afraid to continue using your own personal gear. It is also good to carry on some of these gadgets because a good spy will be quick on their feet in any situation. Next, Agent Vaughn will take you through the different self-defense techniques.
Self-defense is important for everyone, but especially for spies. As a spy, you face more danger each day than ordinary citizens do, which is why it is important to stay vigilant and prepared. So today we are going to go over some self-defense tips for spies. One basic type of self-defense is having some form of protection at all times. This might take the form of a gun, a stun weapon, a knife, or simply a small, sharp object. The key is knowing your situation. Perhaps you are somewhere where a gun is ill-advised, or perhaps guns are against your personal ethics. In these cases, a short object is usually best. Easily concealed knives and hard metal objects can inflict good, close-range damage. They also have the benefit of potentially only disabling your adversary. As spies, you must make split-second decisions about whether your adversary needs to be conscious after your defense. So stun technology and blunt objects are the preferred medium so that you can interrogate your subject and gain information. However, take note, when looking at your assailant, you need to take into account the probability of success. Most spies are suggested to carry more than one form of self-defense gear. This way, you can make rationalizations about what to do. Say you are mid-mission and you run into an adversary twice your height and strength. Trying to disable them with close-range combat might not be your best bet, especially if you have no formal fighting training. In this case, a more proactive action might be needed. The key to self-defense as a spy is ultimately to be prepared for any situation, using your wits, your skills, and any potential weapon you have with you or can acquire. So stay safe with these spy self-defense tips as you go out and work in the field.
The disguise is one of the most critical parts to an agent's persona, so if it isn't absolutely flawless, it can mean a lot of trouble for everyone involved. There are 3 key parts to the perfect disguise that an agent must always be sure to maintain: hair, outfit, and makeup. Yes, men, even you need a little makeup too, so keep watching to see how the ideal agent should look.
First, let's go over the hair. We'll start with the women. Here are some of the most common hairstyles that are quick to create and won't be a hassle. For color, I'd go with brown or black. Everyone is sure to notice a blonde and you do not want to stick out, so I'd suggest avoiding the sunny color. For accessories, keep it simple with a pair of stud earrings. I wouldn't recommend anything that dangles, as it could ultimately be used against you. So no necklaces, hoop earrings, you get the point. For men, I'd recommend one of 2 styles. Facial hair is always a plus, so if you can, I would suggest growing a full mustache or a well-kept beard, no longer than 1 inch in length. Anything more so than that is difficult to maintain and looks less professional. Next, let's move on to the outfit. Now these will vary based on the people you're working with and the climate of the area you're stationed in. To play it safe, I'd say stick to business casual. For men, this will mean a button-up shirt, slacks, dress shoes, and either a suit jacket or a tie. I'd stick to neutral colors for this, avoiding bright shades and wild patterns. For women, I'd recommend a pencil skirt, a blouse, and high heels. Pro tip, always pack comfortable backup shoes. You'll never know when you'll need to run. And finally, makeup. For women, I would advise against any bold colors on the eyes and cheeks. Use warm tones for eyeshadow, blush, and lips. When need be, red lipstick can be the perfect addition to amp up your look, but use it sparingly. And finally, for men, I know you all aren't used to it, but you're going to need a little bit of powder on your face. It helps to reduce shininess, so it'll be less obvious when you're nervously sweating. It also works wonders at creating a perfect complexion, which will help you woo anyone that you need to. I know I've given you a lot to mull over, but with all these tips, your looks are sure to kill.
You become used to being assigned missions to carry out political and other murders. For some spies, you have no choice in the matter because it will cost you your life if you do not do the mission. This segment will take you through different ways on how to take out your target, whether the subject is unaware of his or her danger, aware but unguarded, or guarded. The assassin needs to have all sorts of tactics planned out based on the situation at hand. Furthermore, the spy needs to have minimum contact with their agency during the mission in case the mission backfires. The agency will not go down. The main point of assassination is the death of the subject. A subject may be killed in several ways, in which depends upon the mission.
It is possible to kill the subject with your bare hands, but very few spies are skillful enough so a simple tool can be used instead. These tools can consist of hammer, axe, kitchen knife, and screwdriver. In special cases where the spy may be searched, specialized weapons should not be used. And if you're a spy that carries a weapon on a mission, it may still be safe to improvise to avoid your identity being revealed.
For secret assassination, simple, planned accident is the most effective technique.
When successfully executed, it causes little excitement and is only briefly investigated. The most simple accident would be to make the subject fall 75 feet or more onto a hard surface. The vantage point could be a window, bridge, or stairwell. If you're in a hurry, it can be easier to carry out the mission by stunning, or drugging the subject before dropping. Another would be automobile accident, in which I believe is not spy-worthy. You can ram into the subject's car to make it look like a hit and run. You can tamper with the car and then drug the subject to make it seem like an accident. However, this way, you have to make sure that the car had run off the cliff to avoid any detection. To the reckless spies, this technique would be perfect for you. You can assassinate a subject by burning the building that they're in, but also take into account that if you go the arson route, are you willing to have casualties with it?
In all types of assassination, drugs can be effective. You can administer the poison through the subject to kill him or her. You can also make it look like the subject died of alcoholism by adding a narcotic to the subject's drink.
If you want to end your mission super quick and you as a spy do not mind being in the spotlight, then keep listening.
Firearms can be used to kill the subject with much accuracy.
I've given you tips on killer techniques. I hope you fellow agents use it wisely.
Thanks to everyone for tuning in today for your guide to being a spy. We hope you've learned some of the basics of spying.
Especially how to keep yourself safe in the spy world.
Good luck, DS106 spies.